So when you get to God, you have to grow a relationship with Him. Some people don't know where to start with that. So where would you start if you don't know God? Well, first, I would suggest starting just be thankful for everything. Be thankful. Say, God, thank you for today. You know, a lot of people didn't wake up this morning. A lot of people are hungry. A lot of people don't have food. So even if it's ramen noodles, whatever you're eating, at least you're eating. Be thankful for the little things. Thankful for your health. Thankful, you know, thankful for a roof over your head, thankful for another day of life, and just start saying, God, thank you for today. God, thank you for my family. God, thank you for whatever you do have. You know, everyone has different stuff. So you might have more than others, you might have less than others, but the being thankful for your life is a very good place to start. Also, when you're going to get to know God, I would suggest going to him just as you are. You know, a lot of people get this thing that, oh, well, I'm going to go pray to God. I have to act different, or just be real. Just be who you are. You don't have to be nervous about it. You don't have to change. You go to God as you are. You stand there. A lot of people think God judges you and all this stuff, and you can't go to him the way you are. Just be as though if you were talking to your best friend. Hey, God, how are you doing today? Have a conversation with them. God, this is my day. I'm thankful for all this stuff. These are my concerns. A lot of times there's things called formal prayer, such as, the Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be by thy name. And then there's informal prayer, which is just kind of like conversation with God. It's like it wouldn't be any different than if you're talking to someone else. And see, it's just like a muscle. The more you do it, the more you train, the more you exercise, the stronger it gets. So when you go to God at first, just, it's the power of your words, guys. A lot of people have to realize your words are very powerful. If you speak it into existence, if in the beginning when God said let there be light, he spoke the world into existence, and we were made in his image. So our words are very powerful. You got to pray to God. You know what I mean? You don't have to pray to God or go to God. It's not for anyone else. This is for you and him, your relationship with him. In the Bible, it does say, a lot of people will go to him and say, God, I casted out demons in your name. I did this in your name and this and that. And God is like, be away with me. I never knew you. You have to actually get to know him. And here's the good news, guys. When you get to know God, you're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely fall in love with him because he forgives you. He's very understanding. He gives you wisdom. He gives you understanding. He gives you all these wonderful gifts of just being with him. The thing I like the most is his peace and his joy. You'll get a peace and a joy inside of you, and it'll just fill up your heart, and you'll just start loving God more and more each and every single day as you get to know him. And don't be afraid, guys. If you have to, start in the word. Open up the Bible. Start reading the word of God. There's a lot of cool stories in there. And there's a lot of cool stories. There's a lot of cool when Jesus was walking the earth, you got different people that were telling the story of Jesus. It is so amazing. And when you guys actually get to know him and you get to see all these wonderful things he did, you will fall in love with him. And like I said, it'll get easier and easier, but you got to build that relationship with him. What is the most important relationship that you have? I would say the most important relationship you have is the relationship with God. You have to have a good relationship with yourself. And then from there, you will have better relationships with your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, and so on. You know what I mean? And God doesn't judge you. You can go to him when you're angry. You can go to him when you're mad, when you're upset, when you're down, when you're sad, when you're happy. Just share it with him. Yes, God, thank you for today. Today was such a wonderful day. Or if you had a hard day, God, today was a hard day. Help me to have a better day tomorrow, and help continue to grow on that day by day, step by step. Thank you. All right. Bye, guys.